The Jazz Saxophonist presents the great jazz saxophone playing styles of the jazz legends in a full-featured multimedia music program with live digital audio recordings supported by powerful multimedia features for fun and learning. You'll see every note of these performances on the computer screen, in the on-screen piano display, and in the notation window. The notation is a professional chart with chord symbols. It scrolls by in time with the music, and a highlight box indicates the current location in the song. Just click on the print button to print out your own professional chart with notation and chord symbols. The songs in the Jazz Saxophonist are recorded in multi-track digital audio. Each instrument, saxophone, piano, bass, and drums, is on its own track. You can control them like a studio engineer. Click on the solo button to play any track on its own, or mute them with the mute button. There's even more control in the Audio Controls mini mixer. You can remix the parts the way you like them, or reset master program settings. Use these features to learn and practice parts. Join the group by muting a part and playing it yourself. Or solo a part to study it alone. The program helps you to follow the solo track by playing the rest of the tracks quietly in the background. But if you want to completely isolate a track, just select full solo strength. You have to listen to the pros to play like a pro. The Jazz Saxophonist makes listening and study easy. There's a MIDI accompaniment synced to the saxophone and piano parts. You can choose to hear either the audio or MIDI parts alone, or audio and MIDI together, or the special audio with silent MIDI mode, where the MIDI notes can be seen but not heard. Click on the MIDI button to see the MIDI notation for the saxophone and piano. Each note highlights in red as it plays. For note-by-note study, pause the song and step through the MIDI accompaniment one note at a time. Pressing the spacebar on the computer keyboard will pause the playback. Click on the arrows in the notation window toolbar to move ahead or back as you choose. When you want to return to normal play, just hit the spacebar again. You can jump to any place in the song by clicking anywhere in the audio wave overview or selecting a section from the drop-down list. The loop feature is a big help for in-depth study. It repeats a selected part of the song for as long as you want it to. There's lots of choices for the loop selection: current screen, current section, or a number of bars. Just choose from the drop-down list and enable the loop feature. To continue normal play, click on the loop button again. Half-speed playback lets you hear the track at half speed, but it switches to MIDI accompaniment so the pitch stays the same. To change the audio to a different key, use the key transpose arrows. Each click raises or lowers the pitch by a half tone, and the MIDI notation is automatically transposed to the new key. In this demonstration, when one song ends, another song loads and plays automatically. That is the Jukebox play mode. Clicking on the All button plays through the entire song list like a jukebox or CD. You can choose your own list of favorites and play them with the Favorites button. The Previous Song and Next Song buttons let you move back and forth in the playlist, one selection at a time. You can leave the jukebox playing and listen to your favorite songs while you work in other programs. As well as all of the great multimedia music features in the Jazz Saxophonist, there are lots of other features to add to your enjoyment and knowledge. You'll have fun with the trivia game. Even if you're wrong, you'll be learning more about jazz and jazz saxophone players. Play trivia with your friends. The program will even keep score for up to 4 players. The introduction has an overall description of the program and its features. saxophone history that tells the interesting story of its development, and a timeline that highlights significant saxophone milestones. All the songs are described in the tune list, where you can play any song by clicking on its title. Go straight to the tune notes by clicking on More Notes. The tune notes take you inside the recorded performances with examples of the important saxophone techniques found in them. The speaker button will play the examples while you follow the on-screen notation. This is the easy way to learn the pro licks and tricks. The Performers has biographies of the talented studio session performers on the Jazz Saxophonist, and the Sax Players list introduces you to the top jazz saxophonists. There are brief biographical sketches and suggested listening. The definitions describe important saxophone terms and how they're used in the Jazz Saxophonist. The speaker button takes you directly to an example in one of the recordings. The online tutorial is your quick introduction to the fun and power of the Jazz Saxophonist. When you're ready to become a power user, the online help has the in-depth information you need. Whether you just enjoy listening to great jazz saxophone or you want to learn to play like a pro, you'll have hours of enjoyment with the Jazz Saxophonist.